Alright, and welcome to everybody into tonight's race here in RPM Esports F1. We are back with a round 4 high gear division, and today I'm being welcomed in the commentary seat by one of our low gear drivers, RPM John. How are you doing, mate?
How you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Right. Well, we are looking at the high gear division tonight in the last race of this round. Hungary, it seems to be sunny at the moment. Let's hope the race will be sunny as well. Gonna be curious to see what these guys can do on this track. We already seen quite some spectacular moments in the other two divisions. A lot of tricky overtakes as well, but safe and clean. So let's hope these guys can make the same show here tonight, as we are on board with the first car on track tonight, Flying Boy Vel in the Ferrari. As he's going now into turn 4, and we already got some guys in the chat. We got Lucas and Evil Master. Welcome, guys, good to see you. Now for today's race we got a really tricky track, Hungary. John, what are your expectations on this track?
I think there might be a couple of safety cars, judging on what's happened so far this week. But
yeah, safety cars definitely been showing up during this round for sure, and yeah, definitely can change some strategies here. The most practical strategy and faster strategy, in my opinion, will be the soft, medium, soft. I know you're sharing that thought with me, John. But the safety car can really mess it up.
Yeah, it can.
Flying Boy Vel now goes for his first lap here. He already said in the chat he wasn't feeling the track very well at the moment. They were really struggling with the curbs. So let's see if he practiced enough before the race start to set a good lap time here on his first stint. As he's going for the soft tire. FCT, the best behind him, is running the mediums, and so far he and Jaden are the only ones going for that strategy. Let's hope for them it will work, as Flying Boy Vel is now flying to the second sector here with a lot of
an FCT span out. FCT span.
Oh yeah, and that's turn 4 then, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a very unlucky moment.
I think the guys that have gone out on mediums first are probably going to try and save a set of softs for the race.
Yeah, I think say it the same way. But I don't think the mediums will work in the first stint, since there's not enough rubber on track yet. As Flying Boy Vel just crossed the line with a 1:16.8. That's not the fastest lap he was looking for, but definitely will be happy to have a time set. As we are looking for the second car now, who will be setting a lap. I think it's going to be all the way at the back a bit. It will be Leon's Andrew is in front of him. Baza is on his out lap. Lucis is doing a hot lap here, as he's now on the end of sector 2. Tricky one there. He's a purple sector 2 as well for the McLaren driver here. Into the last few corners, and then let's see what his time is gonna be. FC the best did run his lap through, and he did a 1:41. And there's also a McLaren standing still, and Lucius just slamming on the door there with a 1:14.4, and that's the first fastest lap for him and a current pole position. And the car who was sideways on track, it was Brent in the Aston Martin. No front wing left on that car, so he got unlucky on that one. Jaden with a 1:15.3 on the mediums. That must be a lap where he's happy on. The Williams of the Haas, excuse me, on that one. The Haas of Leo just did a 14.1, and that's a really fast lap considering Lewis is 3 tenths behind him, and it's the first stint. Both McLarens looking strong, by the way.
That's a really good lap for a first stint. Back has just come through with a 15.1 as well.
Yeah, he will not be happy about that one, I guess. Flying by Vel spun on his second attempt, so he will probably be going in for the moment. As Josh is now crossing the line in the Alpha Tauri, and he will be starting his hot lap as well. Baza then, he's just in front of him, going for his lap in the Ferrari. I want to say Mercedes, but that's totally off point there. Into turn 4, onto the first chicane. Was already running low on fuel. Did he underfuel it?
I'm not sure.
That's definitely not something you want on your first stint. Let's see. Baza in the Ferrari, and he is on. No, he's on middle.
Yeah, he's
fuel,
only done one
so
lap, I think.
might be a game thing as well then. He goes to P7 anyway. So both Ferraris now in the 115s, with a bit of a gap between them. Sminotla, our championship leader in the Red Bull, now on the out lap. He will be looking for a really decent race here. He's a really fast guy, but as we all agreed on, Hungary shouldn't be a track where being fast means something. It's all about strategy and making the right line here.
Yeah, it's all about making the right calls at the right time as well, isn't it?
It definitely is, yeah. Bit of traffic coming out of the pit lane, but no hurries for Sminotla here, as he's going through sector 1. Let's see what he can do. Takes a nice and wide line through turn 2. That's a purple one.
First sector.
Red Bull seems to be flying here. Oh, and that's just over the line there on the exit of turn 4, and that's an invalidation. Getting the chicane there.
That's going to put a lot of pressure on him as well. I think he's only going for 2 runs, so if he's only going to do one more run, he's under a bit of pressure now. So
he's definitely not another driver who will be going for a lot of stints.
Yeah.
Boris invalidated, well, not invalidated his lap, but messed a bit of his lap up as well by running wide in turn 2, so he will be looking for another lap. Brent is looking for redemption after the first stint he did, where he spun. It's a purple one for him as well, and that's 3 tenths gap on Sminotla.
Brent's a really fast driver as well, though, isn't he? He was fast at Monza last week.
He's a really fast driver. Maybe a bit unlucky sometimes. Don't know where it's coming from. It might be drivers around him, or maybe a bit of frustration if it doesn't work like he wants. But he's definitely a consistent fast driver.
Yeah, maybe this race could be his race.
It could be, in my opinion, this could be anybody's race. As he's now going through the last corner on the exit here, and it's a 1:14.2, and that's just behind Leo there in the Haas. So that's a good lap from the Aston Martin driver here, and really shows his pace at the moment.
Yeah, it's a really good lap.
Sminotla, on the meantime, in on his second run. ST the best did set the fastest lap now, and he's in a 1:14.1, and that's really close for the P2, 1, 2 and 3 position, as Sminotla goes P6 And I believe Jaden just jumped to P4. So that's a good lap from Jaden in Alfa Romeo as well. And the other Alfa Romeo on track will be F7R, if Ivney, something like that. IFNA. Oh, and he spun. Oh, but he kept it. He was into the wall, but didn't lose a tire there, where he was very lucky with, but did lose a big chunk of that front wing, and will be going in to do another lap. As this already shows how tricky the curbs on Hungary can be. Leo invalidated his new stint here, but we'll definitely be looking for another one. And Napapiri retired, but that happened in the pit lane. I don't know why, but he didn't feel like going for another lap. And I did have Captain Blade, by the way. I just caught it on stream. I didn't see it myself. Captain Blade was drifting through turn 2 there. Well, a few other guys joined us in chat as well. Westboy, Shack Attack, and Laur. Welcome to tonight's stream, guys. Hope you can enjoy this race here tonight in high gear.
We've got Lau saying Ferrari, let's go. So he's supporting.
Yeah,
Ferrari
he's supporting. Also, of course, his buddy Flying Boy Vel is driving the Ferrari, so he will definitely be supporting him. Yes, one of the Ferraris now going for out lap. Flying Boy Vel invalidated his lap again, so he's still in P10.
And Leo has retired from the session as well.
Did that happen?
I'm not sure if that was in the pits or not, but
yeah, it did happen in the pit lane, as there was a yellow there. So he must be saying like, guys, this is enough for me. I see both the AlphaTauris making room for each other here. It's Sims and Josh just being behind Sims now. Sims is the one on out lap, and Josh was the one on hot lap. So I don't know what strategy they're playing here. Maybe Josh made a bit of a mistake and decided to let his teammate pass and go for another stint here. Penta Brandon is one of the guys who didn't set a lap yet as well. He's behind Barker in the Red Bull on P15 on the out lap. Barker is on the out lap as well, so I don't think the Red Bull will let the Alpine pass here. So maybe make a bit of a room between each other, guys. Oh, and Lau actually caught it. Leo crashed just before sector 3, and that might be the white car I saw into the wall, but I didn't notice it was a retirement directly. So sorry for not catching that one, but thanks Lau for being very sharp today. As Benter is now going for his lap in the Alpine. He's the only Alpine car on track tonight, so he must be looking for some decent points to support his team here for the combined constructors. Yes, my stream just got stuck, but it's back. Okay. Also, F7R, I'm just gonna call him F7R, I can't pronounce what's behind it, and he spun, and it's on board! Oh no, don't switch Rick, don't switch. He's into the wall, still driving though, he's in neutral. And there he goes again, backwards, making the car line up again. He didn't seem to be having any damage though. Not as I can see at least. Let's see if we can see something on the TAS dashboard, but doesn't seem to be having damage. He did spun again though on turn 3, sorry.
And Simps has just set the fastest lap.
Oh wow, and that's a really good lap then, ain't it? It's a 1/10th gap towards FCT the best, so FCT might be considering going for another lap again, or you will say P2 guys, I'm okay with this one. Benter actually took P7 in the meantime, while we were watching F7R being backwards on the track. And I gotta refresh my stream because my jet ain't coming in. Alright, Big Buggy, let's go Boris, and I think you pronounce it as Ifni. Ifni, okay, alright, Ifni. So F7R, Ifni. That sounds weird, doesn't it? F7R sounds better.
Yeah, I'll stick with F7R.
Yeah, definitely. Benter did set P7 here. Both the Red Bulls are next to each other on the current lineup. Bakker goes in. Sminotla is on a new lap. So let's see if he can improve. He's up on time at the moment. Oh, and F7R actually crashed on the same corner he spun out on his first stint. And now it was fatal. He's into the wall. Yellow one there as Minotla invalidated his lap. A bit unlucky for the Alfa Romeo driver there. So let's hope he will be strong enough to regain some positions in the first part of the race. A lot of cars actually invalidated at the moment. I don't know what Captain Blade is doing here. This is a weird sight, being stuck in the neutral and first gear. This is a weird one.
I think he was trying to burn some fuel.
Oh yeah, might be. Oh yeah, that could
Maybe.
be. That's a sharp comment actually.
I think he's forgot to change the fuel from his last run.
That could be the case. Yeah, it looked very weird on track though.
Yeah, it did look
both
strange.
Ferraris out again. Sorry for interrupting you, by the way. Both Ferraris out again. Well, Andrew is parked next to the track. Also, Jaden is out, but he invalidated his lap. Brent is in the chicane here. Is he improving his time? I don't know. He was looking really fast on his first stint.
And Sminotla is invalidated again, so looks like he won't be setting it a decent time.
Looks like he won't. No. ST the best is going out again, but he wasn't in time to make another lap work. So he will be staying at P2 for now. As I didn't pay attention again if Brent was actually improving his time. And he wasn't. He was 1/10 up. Did set a purple sector 3 though, so he did improve some. But not enough to gain some positions. Boris is no going for a new lap. And Flying Boy Val did improve his lap as well. So this will be our qualifying grid. Didn't see Rosella, but I guess stewards will definitely look at the stream again to make sure. John, go ahead for in a moment. Take us through the qualifying grid for high gear tonight.
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to do that now, Rick? Or?
Yeah, just go ahead. Everybody's flagged off, so except Boris, but he's standing still.
So in first we've got Simps, second FCT the best, third Leo, fourth Lucis, fifth Captain Blade, sixth Brent 038, 7, Jaden. In 8th, we've got Banter Brandon. In 9th, we've got Andrew. In 10th, we've got Boris F1. In 11th, we've got RPM Backer. In 12th, we've got Bazza. In 13th, we've got Sminotla. In 14th, Josh UNKN. In 15th, Flying by Val. In 16th, F7R. In 17th, we've got Napa Piri. And in 18th, we've got Sprunky.
Sprunky did made it in at the end. That's another Alpine car on track then. Thanks for going through the grid. As we are now waiting for the moment the game continues. Which I hope will be any time now. Oh yeah, 10 minutes left. 10 seconds left. Right. So why does it count?
Big Poggy in the chat. Vizela. And Brian.
Yeah. And also Nelutu. I hope Flayesa Nelutu. Excuse me if I don't pronounce it right, but Andrew X Hamster retired on track. As I said earlier, the stewards will be looking at the stream again, so they will be investigating it. And Brian did confirm it. Yeah, he was Captain Blade was burning off fuel, but he also said with 15 kg it's 3.2 laps of fuel. Oh yeah, of course Brian is Captain Blade. Wow, that's a really bad notice. There we have it, our grid with Shimps and FC the best on the first starting grid, and now we will be looking forward to the race after the qualifying. John, do you have any predictions on this race?
Well, to be honest, the top 5 has surprised me. I didn't. The people that are in the top 5, I wasn't expecting to be that high up. I thought Sminotla would be close to getting on pole, but obviously he hasn't had the best of qualifying. It's a hard one to predict now at the moment, to be honest.
Definitely. Maybe some guys in chat throw some predictions in. I agree totally on having a hard time on predicting what this race can be. I mean, the guys you didn't expect to be in the first positions are there now, and the guys you did predict, or at least thought they will be on the first starting grid, aren't. So let's see. Oh, and it's gonna be a wet race.
This should be interesting.
So, do you think someone qualified on a wet setup?
I think it will depend if the whole race is wet.
Oh yeah, that's a good question then, eh? Yeah, I'm very curious about that. Did someone qualify on a wet setup maybe, if the race is gonna be... And so far, it's gonna be a full wet race.
Maybe then. It would be a smart thing to do if someone else.
It will be a really smart thing. But then again, we couldn't really see, of course. There was so much difference in times. But look at the puddles on that track, mate.
Yeah, it's extremely wet, isn't it? The curbs are going to be a nightmare.
This is insane. There we have the predicted pit stop strategy. Well, tires, I don't have to look at the tires because I know they're all going to be blue. So let's keep interval as it is for now. Yeah, now throwing some excitement in the chat maybe, guys. Full wet race in Highgate tonight. How exciting is this one? as the guys are now lining up the grid almost in sector 2. So they're really being cautious here. I think that's a smart one.
Yeah, hopefully they all get through turn 1 nice and clean. It's going to be tricky, but...
Turn 1 is going to be a nightmare now, ain't it?
Yeah, with the amount of spray that's going to be getting sprayed up as well.
A lot of aqua forming as well. We already see Captain Blade. No, it's not Captain Blade. It's Napapiri all the way at the back now. Lost it a bit towards the grid. Sprunky didn't set a lap, so he will be looking for a good race. But oh, and there's a Red Bull on the grass. Whose is it? Whose is it? It's Sminotla. In second to last corner, it was Sminotla on the grass, and that actually says it all for tonight, ain't it? This track is really wet. Everywhere you look, you see puddles of water on track.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult.
But exciting for us. That's something we are sure of.
Exciting.
As we are watching the light now, the engines are roaring. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights on. And when they are off, we are racing, which is now. And it does look like Sims got a good start there. Lucis actually, ST the Best got a really bad start. Leo got a really good start there. So does Captain Blade, and for now Sims keeps his lead. FT the Best on the inside. Oh, Captain Blade.
There's contact at the back as well.
Oh, and I see some. Do I see some cars sideways? Yeah, and I see a lot of cars having a lot of damage. I see it's Feral Fury with a no front wing left. I didn't notice he joined as well. And it's a virtual safety car already. Turn 1 was chaotic in the back. And that's all of the spray aqua forming, just sliding through the corner. And a lot of cars got some really bad wing damage there. On
Feral Fury has got a 10-second time penalty as well.
Oh, he missed it all. Yeah, that's
he's got no front wing at all at the moment, so.
Let's see if we can see something about that. At least we got a lot of cars with damage here.
Yeah, Bazza has got no front wing as well.
Can't see.
Sminotler has just got a move done on Andrew. That puts him up to P9.
And the first round is now over. We will definitely see some cars going in for a new front wing. But gaps starting to form already. Sprunky having a hard time on the exit there on the last corner. Flying Boy Val can't provide on it. But Napapiri does seem to be looking very, very sharp on the mistakes Flying Boy Val makes. So Val needs to defend with his life here to keep that P12 position for the moment. Napapiri didn't have a good exit there, so that gives Flying Boy Val some time. And further down the grid we see all the cars who got collided with damage in turn 1. We also have well, starting to see some gaps, but my times are screwing up a bit as well, as we have a virtual safety car again. I don't know for who it was. I guess it was Josh, wasn't it? He fell back quite a lot, so it might have been him.
Yeah, my times are starting to play up a bit now as well.
Yeah, this is something that happens in the beginning, always. Yeah. But we already definitely have some gaps in the track here, but not for Leo on Sims, as he is right on the tail there. of the AlphaTauri driver, and he will be looking on a good exit here. He uses his ERS, makes the fastest lap so far, but can't seem to close in on Shims in AlphaTauri here.
Yeah, that's another thing. With no DRS, it's going to be very difficult to overtake around here now.
It definitely going to be. Bahrain just went into the pit, so I guess they picked up some damage somewhere around the track. While the times still aren't back to normal, for me at least.
And we've got Napa Piri very close to the back of Flying Boy Val.
Can he make it then on the long run? Flying Boy Val being very cautious throughout the fast corners and then having a better exit here. Also making Napa Piri brake a bit earlier or later on the gas than he wants to be. But this definitely shows these guys, although the conditions are really gonna put up a show already on the first laps of the race.
Oh, and Banter Brandon lost it a little bit, and Smirnoff has gone through.
And already slamming in a gap, I see. That's not something Brandon was looking at forward to. But then again, he only lost one place. He's still driving, so I think he might be lucky there as well. In the meantime, Flying Boy Val and Napa Piri still go ahead of it, as Andrew now gets in a bit of the way as well. And we've seen Andrew having a really good qualifying, but on the rain he seems to be having a lot of trouble. And so does Val, but who's now getting the full pressure of the Mercedes behind him. Val still in front of him, still in front of the Mercedes, now side by side through turn 1. Val brakes late, same as Napa Piri here, but now Napa Piri has the better exit line here and now takes the position of Flying Boy Val in P12. F7R is now straight away back on the Ferrari driver, and Napa Piri is looking at the overtake on Andrew already. Andrew, who looks to be having a lot of trouble in this racing conditions.
Yeah, he looks like he's really struggling.
Yeah, quite some rear end losing and not having the fastest pace at the moment. Going further up the grid, we got Brent, who had a bad exit there, as we could see. But still close to FT the Best. FT the Best, who lost 2 positions from start on. And he will be looking for a better race now, as we do see a dry line forming up. And Brent deciding to go off that line for a moment. That could also be for not wanting to heat up your tires. And Barker is off track. And it's on the exit of the chicane. I can't see so far if he got damage on my stream. Maybe it's possible if you see it on the test elementary system. But the Red Bull spun out on the chicane here. And yeah, he definitely lost the end plate here. So he must be pinning again, which will cost him a lot and a lot of time.
Yeah, Backer's really struggling as well, isn't he, at the moment?
He is really struggling. I know for a fact he normally is a real good driver in the rain, but yeah, new game. And to be honest, this is the first time I've seen so much rain in this game. Andrew running wide there on the grass and cuts the chicane here because he can't make the line again. He did already get overtaken by Napa Piri, and now Flying Boy Val is looking for the place back that he lost against Napa Piri first. But now he can gain it up again if he can close in enough to Andrew fast enough. And then again make the overtake work as well. Captain Blade right on the tail of Brent here. Brent, who did make the... No, he didn't make the overtake on Captain Blade, but Brent is looking for P4 at the moment, but Captain Blade is coming as well. Late brake on the inside of turn 1. He blocked his left tire there. and still side by side coming up to turn 2, but then Captain Blade hits the grass there and lost his advantage on the exit here, so needs to be looking for a new overtake moment. Jaden in the Alfa Romeo really enjoys this, I guess, seeing Captain Blade and Brent fighting so hard. He can just squeeze in again, maybe make a move while these guys are fighting.
Got Flying Boy Val getting close to Andrew now as well.
Flyboy Val still keeps the gap on Andrew indeed, but he seems to be losing it every time they enter Sector 2. F7R is looking for closing in on Flying Boy Val. So yeah, definitely not a boring race so far. Cars going for the overtake still during these conditions. And it does look like Barker got caught up in the traffic and now is getting blue flags. At least I guess he is. Yeah, and it's FCT the best behind him. And
Banter Brandon is close to Spinotler going up the straight. I'm not sure if you can get him moved on.
Well, Napapiri actually goes for the fastest lap with 130 flat. And it's actually teammates battling it out as well. Spinotler being under full pressure of the Alpines. Oh, and it's a Red Bull in the wall again. And yeah, that's Barker. It's the Red Bull Barker again. He's definitely not having his race, is he? Oh, and there he goes again. Oh wow, I'm so yeah.
I think his tires are on fire.
Yeah. Well, in this condition, I must laugh because he laughed at me when I spin. So I just can't hold it in. I can't keep it serious.
I shouldn't laugh. He's on the same team as me, but
yeah,
he'll probably kill me now.
Some fighting in the Red Bull channel then after this race. Captain Blade seems to be having a bit of trouble now being behind the Aston Martin here, but keeps his line still. Doesn't lose a lot of time, but FCT the best and Brent do keep it close towards each other, and Brent doesn't use a lot of ERS, but FCT does. And now Brent goes as well. And this is a fight for podium position here. Well, we do have an overtake done, but then oh no, it's Andrew. Actually, he lost the position to Flying Boy Val, and then FR7, F7R. Jesus, why can we just turn those things around? It will be way easier. The Alfa Romeo F7R spun in second to last corner and lost his positions there, and I believe it's Barker just right next to him now, going side by side between these guys here. Barker having blue flags, I guess, but he doesn't seem to be giving up. He's just saying, I'm faster at the moment, so let me just do my job here. And he's definitely showing it, making the gap bigger and bigger on the Alfa Romeo driver. And Spritchy actually joining us in chat as well, saying Matt Johnson has had his revenge for yesterday. And yeah, he did. He did get his revenge.
And Simps in the lead as well has pulled nearly a 3-second gap.
Oh, and that's FCT the best of! Sorry for interrupting you so hard, but that's FCT the best of on the exit of the last corner. And it's straight up in the wall. And that's a safety car. That's a safety car. He's on a really dangerous position.
Captain Blade as well.
Oh, and did he? What happened to him?
I'm not sure. I've just seen it come up as a DNF.
Oh, I might have known what happened there. I think Captain Blade pulled off something we seen earlier on Canada, and that's that he hit the safety car. Or was it Brent? Brian, in the chat, what is Brent doing? Let's not say what he said before. Just stopped right in the track. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I couldn't see. So I almost thought you were hit by the safety car. Which we've seen earlier in a different round of the, I believe in pre-season on Canada. But that's the safety car then, and that's the first safety car after 9 laps in. And that's 2 victims after 9 laps of rain. ST the best just smashed up into the wall on the exit of the last corner, and in the meantime I do see Sprunky is saying I don't want rain on my helmet, so I just won't wear a helmet here. He's being really unsafe here. He's being really unsafe. Next time wear your helmet, mate.
In these conditions as well.
In these conditions, yeah, he must be having a lot of water in his eyes. Yeah, not a lot of action now on the track. So we might turn on to some press room questions here while we are watching the safety car gather up. As we all know, we do press room questions before every round, and a lot of drivers always answer those questions with really good answers. So let's take them with me. As we go to high gear press room, and one of the questions I think definitely shows is a good one for this track. So we one of the questions was what's the strength for a particular driver? So like for example for Barker, what his strength is in sim racing. He for example answered his strength lies in the corners and lining up the car for tricky moves, but in these type of conditions none of these skills will actually work though, does it?
No, not in these conditions. That's probably what he's having. But to be fair to Backer, this safety car helps him now. At least he can get himself back to the back of the grid.
Yeah, he is back to the grid. Still back. He's in the middle of the pack though, so he won't be happy about that, I guess. Being inside of all the cars in front of you. Yeah, definitely not something you want. Especially when you're faster, I guess. Getting the blue flags, but still being faster. You need to overtake cars that lap you, so unlap yourself. That's gotta be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Well, the safety car forms up again. I think after this lap he will go in. At least I hope. I think it's Joss who is going into the pit lane now. And no advantage for the safety car for Barker at the moment. As you have to have a really nice side air from the helicopter above track with all this rain coming down, and you can clearly see now how big the puddles on the track are. Like they're massive.
Yeah, it looks really difficult at the moment. And interestingly as well, we've got 3 drivers that have gone in and put some winters on. So.
Oh wow! Yeah, of course I didn't set the tires on because we of course we're having full
We've
wet
got
race.
Flying Boy Val, Baza, and Joshua NKN. Both, all 3 of them are on it. So.
Yeah, so that's an
Let's see what
interesting
they can do.
choice. Do you think conditions are already improved for intermediates?
I think it's probably touch and go. But they're at the back anyway, so why not give it a go? They might as well. It's going to be hard to overtake that many cars to come back through the field in these conditions. So
Yeah, definitely agree on that one. I don't know what happened here, but someone lost a lot of places. Oh, it's Baza going in again. He pitted for the intermediates just right away.
I wonder if he's going to put wets back on.
No, he's going for a new set of intermediates. That's a weird one, ain't it?
Yeah, it's strange.
He's also wearing no helmet. Drivers are really, really dangerous here in high gear.
Taking some serious risks in high gear this
week. Oh, he actually is. He's wearing half of the helmet, I see. So the back of his helmet is there, and like the front part a bit as well, but most of them isn't. So basically, he's wearing no helmet. These high gear drivers are really dangerous. We should run this through the stewards. Make an announcement on it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
I mean, there's 2 cars on track who don't wear an helmet. Then it's very lucky that Halo made the sport safer, I guess. And safety car in, please, please, please. And safety car in this lap. So that's gonna be a curious restart, I guess, in this rainy conditions. Let's go on board with Sims. Well, my lights just dropped off my screen. That's a good one. Let's go on board with Sims and look what he's planning on this safety car restart. Last corner. He goes late, and there he goes. But Leo wasn't really surprised, I guess. He's not that far behind, still on 4/10. Brent is still catching up. Jaden is a really good restart here. And let's see how the drivers are gonna power up for turn 1 now. It's Brandon making the move almost on Napapari, but who's now side by side with Lucis here, but makes the move on the outside line, and that's a really, really good overtake from the Mercedes driver here in these wet conditions.
Really nice.
Tricky one as well. Both the Alpines still battling it out in P7 and 8 now. Sminotla in P9 on the full pressure of F7R in the Alfa Romeo. His teammate is just behind there. Maybe there can be some team play there if Barker can overtake F7R.
Sminotla's got fresh wets on as well.
Oh,
so really
Fury spun, and that's on the exit of the chicane here. He collected Flying Boy Vel with him as well, and Boris, and I believe there was another one. Buzz, I collected both the Ferraris actually. That's a very unlucky moment for Fury there. And Boris was left without a wing in that incident. And he needs to pit again after that safety car restart. That's a very unlucky moment for the Haas driver. Sorry, come again. You were saying...
I can't even remember what I was saying now, Rick.
Sorry.
It's alright, mate, don't worry.
So Just goes in, Baza goes in. Baza might have got damage there. And it's a double stack by Ferrari actually. Sminotla having a drive-through penalty. Oh, and running in P9, really close on the battles here. Is definitely not something you want, but F7R goes on the inside line here of Sminotla. Now side by side maybe to turn 3. F7R runs right and he crashes into Sminotla here and spun on the track. Oh, and that's a big one. That's a big one. He came really fast back on track when he went wide. And now Feral Fury is coming up as well. So he's on the racing line now. So Feral Fury needed to back off there for a moment. He's not going to be happy about that one. And I think, yeah, he definitely collected some. Oh, and now he got him as well. Yeah, you're having damage, mate. Just let the car behind you pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there, to be honest. And we've got Leo really close to Sims in P1 at the moment.
Ooh, Sim's going wide. But
Yeah.
seems to be having a better line there. No, he doesn't. Keeps his position.
It's really difficult to overtake in the wet, isn't it, round here?
It's really difficult.
You can see how much the drivers are struggling down the straight.
I can't imagine going through these conditions here. And
I don't think I would have got to the end in my race if it was this wet.
Oh, no, I wouldn't even made a full lap. But yeah, definitely respect for the guys on track at the moment. Only 2 cars actually DNF so far, which was just really unlucky. And a lot have happened, and that's only a 15 laps in. So I hope these guys can make the action work throughout the whole race.
What lap do you think we'll see people start to pit then, Rick?
Seeing not a lot of cars went in, I guess it's gonna be around lap 18, something like that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of cars went in. Everybody outside the top 8 went in. Everybody within the top 8 didn't. They are 14 laps now, and I guess they will be going in for lap 18, something like that. I have no idea actually how long the wets can run on this track.
Yeah, neither have I.
The safety car extended them as well. On board with Napa Pyri here, who's really making a show up here with Jaden. Keeping it really close behind each other every turn again. Big fair play towards these drivers here. Lucius can't seem to be closing in a lot on the battle going in front of him. Both the Alpines are still close towards each other, but again, no DRS, so I guess it's gonna be hard for the team to make the overtake there, but P7 and 8 for a team effort is not a bad situation.
Yeah, I think they're quite happy just to sit in there with each other at the moment, aren't they, and just pick up places as and when they can.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and there's some wheel spin there from Joss as we are just on board, but he seems to be running fine on those intermediates, and so does Buzzer. Flying Boy Fel went back to... Oh, and Fel Fury retired from the session and he's out. And that's another safety car. And that's only 2 laps. And now the car starts going in. Sims, Leo, Brent, Jaden, Napapiri, Lucis, Banter, everybody goes in. Even Sprunky, no, Sprunky doesn't. Sprunky decides to go for it still. As he doesn't want to double stack his teammate there. Andrew stays out, but he is on 7 lap all wet tires, so he could just go out.
I'm not sure what's happened there as well. Simps has gone down to P4 from P1, so.
Oh, that's an overtake in the pit lane then.
Yeah, I think he got held in the pits. He's got to have done.
Might have been, yeah. Better pit release could be done as well. Hold up. Yeah. That's
and look at Andrew now as well. Pitting under that first safety car, he's up to P2. I'm not sure whether the wets will get to the end though. He's done 7 laps at the moment, so.
He's done 7 laps, so that will be 25 laps still on those tires. I guess that won't work.
It might be possible.
It might, yeah. As I said, I have no idea how these tires work on this track. I've never driven full wets around here in a race, so. But Val Fury is out. He spun out on turn 1. I couldn't see what happened there, but definitely unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver there. So that's 3 victims so far of the rainy conditions, I guess. Further down, I can't see a lot of cars who gained advantage of pitting earlier, except for Andrew. Sprunky is leading, but he's on 16 laps wets. It doesn't go in as well, so I guess the wets can last longer than we expect. As the grid is forming a bit again. Still a few cars. Oh, Sprunky's actually side by side with the safety car here. And he joined him behind. Be careful,
well,
mate.
Andrew at the moment is on 11% tyre wear.
11%, and that for 8 laps. That's not too bad. That's definitely not too bad. I guess Sprunky didn't set his he didn't set his telemetry to public as well, I believe. So
yeah, he's on 19% wear.
Yeah, that's definitely not too bad, I guess.
Yeah. So how many laps has he done? He's done 17 laps.
He's done 17 laps, yeah. Which, well, what was it? Like 4 laps behind safety car now.
Yeah, so Andrew will definitely be able to go to the end then. Looking at that.
Andrew could be looking at racing through the end. But does he have, 7 laps. Don't you think the guys behind him will be way faster on those younger tires?
Towards the end, yeah. But it all depends if we get another safety car as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But if we ever get another safety car, he will go in, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the safety car is now for the last lap. So we're gonna turn back to the press room now for a moment again. Let's see if we can find Andrew his, and we can. Andrew was aiming for a podium spot every race, but we will see. Getting decent points for the team would be great nevertheless. So he will be aiming at a podium position. He's looking good for it now, and good points for his team. It's definitely still really possible as well. Leo actually predicted he will DNF. I think he didn't expect he was running that well then. He actually thought he would DNF.
Unless he's trying to bring himself some sort of backwards look. If he says he DNF's hoping that he won't.
Not making the predictions high and then...
Keep your standards low, you can only get better from there, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. That's a smart move. That's a smart move. Bit of Kimi Raikkonen answer as well. What are your expectations for the coming race? Yeah, I'll crash. Yes, I do expect safety car to go in this lap. I didn't see the notification yet, but and there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Safety car in this lap. Sprunky leading the pack and will be deciding the restart pace. And that's a good one from Big Buckets, by the way, in the chat. Saying if you keep running through the puddles, you keep your temperature low. And that leaves a lot of tire wear not done. As Sprunky gets away really good here. Andrew doesn't seem to be paying that much attention, but Leo does. And Leo is right on the tail already of the McLaren driver. And he makes the move on the inside, and he does make it stick. And that's P2 for Leo again in the Haas. Sims just behind Andrew now in the AlphaTauri. He is just really close on it. Can almost touch that ERS light there. And is now looking for the overtake. I guess in the second part of this track. He won't be making one here. We have a yellow flag, and I guess it's for Barker. No, it's Minotla actually. I was already expecting it was Barker because it was a Red Bull car, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it's not looking like a good day for Red Bull.
No,
I think I bought them bad luck.
You might have, yeah, you might have.
They're gonna ban me from doing comms in the future.
Well, lucky for you, I'm running over the comms, so. No, definitely not the day for Red Bull here today. In these type of conditions. Sims on the inside. Oh, but it was a little touching there. This gives Brandon some look on the inside of Sims. But doesn't seem to be wanting to stick it in there. Seeing they are battling it out again. And now on the exit of the last corner, Andrew under the full pressure of the AlphaTauri here. I see a lot of switching around in the back as well. I don't know if you got views on that. But someone spun. And I guess it's Flying by Val.
Yeah, it was Flying by Val. I think F7R caught the rear of his car as they was going around turn 3 and just spun him out.
Alright, so that's very unlucky for the Ferrari driver there then, who lost position to Sportsman up as well. Sprunky and Leo are now battling it out. They were already side by side through running up to the second corner there. Sims actually made a move on Andrew work, and so did Brent. So those guys are now battling it out for the podium position again, and it does seem like Andrew is suffering from his older tires here at the moment. As Jaden is already catching up as well, but he seems to be having a lot of trouble keeping that car on track. And now Papyri is looking good for making the move work when he slides out a bit again. Going back to the front here, Sprunky and Leo are still really close towards each other. Sprunky slamming a bit of a gap again after sector 2, so I guess he's stronger there. It's a yellow
and
again.
Boris is out. Boris is out.
Oh, that's very unlucky for the Haas driver. Did he spun on his own? And it's another safety car. Is he fully on track or something?
I'm not too sure. I just seen him moving down.
It's another safety car, and unluckily for Sprunky, he couldn't catch the pit lane yet. He was already past the pit lane, so I guess that's not what he was hoping for. He will be going in now, I guess. But then we already seen Andrew being on all the tires. It doesn't really help. So he will be having fresh tires now.
And we've got Spritzy in the chat saying backer for a podium.
If he refers the grid, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do another 5 lapper, but after this one, and then reverse grid.
Yeah. Do a 25% sprint race, reverse grid at the end.
Yeah. Based on the conditions. Yeah, well, karma hits, I guess. Laughing at other drivers when they spin.
Yeah, we're just bringing ourselves bad luck for next week, aren't we?
Yeah, a bit. Well, then again, even if I know, I spin anyway, so...
Yeah.
Spreadsheet already made a special clip of it, with some decent music behind.
To be honest though, with this new game, I think everyone has a bit of a moment, like in every race you have with the curbs and stuff, so...
Yeah, for sure. I'm just having too much of it.
And Sprunky's gone in the pits now.
Yeah, and that's a good decision, in my opinion, from the Alpine driver here.
Yeah.
Andrew decided to stay out, so that's a curious decision.
Sminotla's gone in as well.
Yeah, and he went for the intermediates. Guess the line went all dry enough then.
Yeah. Or maybe he's thinking he's not having a really good time on the wet tyre, he's going to try something different maybe.
Yeah, just give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, all the cars on track will be having points now, so maybe you don't want to risk it all as well. But Sprunky did fall away quite far down the grid, but he's on fresh wet tires. And Barker still being all the way formed into the grid. And this is such a difficult position for him here. But he's not giving up, and that's something we really admire in RPM.
And I'm really impressed with Leo as well. Like I was telling you earlier, Rick, like I was in the same league as him last year, and he was quick, but he was nowhere near as quick as what he is on this game. So he's improved massively since then. So fair play to him.
Yeah, so I guess he did improve then. But he's having a really good race as well.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Might have been a bit of luck in the first safety car by bidding together with Sims, but then again, racing is about having luck as well, and Sims is still just right behind him. So these guys definitely could be fighting for the podium to the last moment. But Leo now goes for the base, and he doesn't catch Sims by surprise here. He does have a better run, as it seems for now. They're almost side by side. And Sims goes for the late break. There's a bit of touching here, but Sims sticks it, and that's a P1 position again for the Alpha Tauri driver here. And seeing those guys were battling between each other, Brent got up in it. Now Napapiri on the outside of Andrew. Andrew decides to give him the position. He doesn't want to go side by side through turn 3, and just gives the position up here. Oh, and it's into the wall for Andrew. He lost it a bit.
Yeah, he looked like he outbraked himself a little bit, didn't he then?
Yeah, something like that. And then he hit the wall. And that's very, very, very unfortunate for the McLaren driver here, who was looking good on his strategy, but couldn't last it anymore on those older tires. In the middle of the pack, there's still a lot of battle going on as well. And surprisingly enough, at the moment it's only F7R with a penalty. So all these guys are keeping it between the lines. Even in these type of conditions. Oh, and there's a touch from Sminotla, I guess. I have no idea. I couldn't see. Sprunky spun from his rear end on the second to last corner there. And Sminotla was right on it. There might be some contact there. Couldn't see it right away. I caught it on stream, but I couldn't see it from the back view. Sprunky wouldn't be happy with that one, being on the youngest tires on track at the moment, but got spun out. And that's Barker into the wall again on the exit of turn 1, and it does see, and there's no front wing left again. But he's still running.
It's horrid time, isn't it?
Yeah, having a really hard time, yeah. He's not going to be happy about this one.
On the plus side, at least he's still in the race, and at least he's still going to get some points if he stays in the race. So.
There's a bit of yeah, he's still driving, and that's definitely something. That's a good thing. Brent having a little drift there, while battling the Mercedes behind him.
And Napa Piri's getting really close to Brent now as well.
Yeah, these guys are not giving up in the top 4 positions. It's insane. Oh, and the inside for Napa Piri here on second to last corner, and then last corner he lost it again. But he might have a bit better exit here for Brent. And now it's a sprint race towards the first corner, and here comes Napa Piri side by side almost. We already seen him brake later on a lot of other moves, and he did make his stick, and that's a move done for the Mercedes driver here.
We've done really well there.
That's one out of the books, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just really clean, braking late, and taking that P3 position away from the Aston Martin driver, Brent. Further down the grid, the gaps are starting to form. Josh seems to be having a good run on those intermediates, but can't seem to be closing in on Flying Boy Vel on the wets. Yeah, I don't think it worked. I don't think the intermediates are working at the moment. Oh, and Flying Boy fell into the wall! Exit turn 4, and that's a big crash there. He's just outside the track, so that's shouldn't be a safety car there. It's a yellow flag though.
I think it will be.
And I don't see a safety car coming up at the moment, not even a virtual safety car. And that's another penalty for F7R, Ifni, and makes him in a total of 6 seconds at the moment. And seeing this position he's in at the moment.
Napa Piri just made contact with Simps coming through the final corner.
Oh, but he is on the outside line now. Inside line now for Sims, and this cost Sims 2 positions. 3 even. Did he got damage then?
Yeah, I'll just check the CIS now. I think he did though. Looking at the contact I made, I think he might have.
He lost a lot of positions there. He's keep running wide, so I guess he did get some damage on that front wing. "10 seconds as well for Sims exceeding track limits. That's something that the stewards should look at. If he got damage.
Flying Boy Val and F7R have got damage.
Yeah, Flying Boy Val is out. He's out of the race. Spun into exit of turn 4 and lost a lot of positions.
Yeah.
So any damage on Sims? We can't see it on screen.
He's not showing it. He's not showing that he's got any damage. So.
All right. So I guess he didn't cause damage, but we will see now. If he pits, we will know. But that move cost him a lot of positions. And he stays out, so I don't think he got damage then. Just heated up tires maybe.
Yeah. To be fair, I think he put the power down a bit too early and lost rear traction and sort of slid into him.
Well, it was a fatal one because he went down from P3, P2 actually, towards P12 now, and that's 10 positions down for the AlphaTauri driver there. He won't be happy about that result. Sminadla will be happy about his current position being in P8 after a really bad start from him in this race. Parker gains a position as well, seeing Flying Boy Vel is now out of the race. Which is very unlucky for the Ferrari driver. There we go already. And Brent is off as well. I just can't catch it. Oh, and that's straight. He went straight. I don't know what happened there. It might be some contact maybe between two drivers. He's just... It's a weird position to crash. That's really unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver. He was running really well.
Yeah, he was doing really well as well.
But I guess this shows the reason why we couldn't predict anything on this race then. I mean, this is an insane race so far.
Oh, and F7R's spun round as well.
He seems to be stuck.
Yeah, I think he is. Oh no, he's got moving again.
Sims, oh yeah, and Sims is moving again as well. F7R went in. Oh, he almost spun in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrew now on the outside of Sims here. Inside, excuse me, inside line for Sims, and that's move done. So Andrew now crawling up to P10. And
yeah, and for all of that, Sims is the one that's lost out the most as well, isn't he? He was running P1, P2 for quite a while.
He was, and he was doing a really good job in this race. But unfortunate for him, it didn't last. Now Papyri having a good run on Leo though, but can't make the late break move again. And he will be looking for another lap to see if he can take the leading position away from Leo here. These two drivers are really putting up a show between each other for the win of tonight's race, whereas we have 5 laps to continue. 5.5, 6 laps. Oh, it's a yellow, and I think that's for F7R again, and it is. Should have maybe waited coming back on track there, but yeah. He's on the Intes, 0 laps on them. So I think this proves again that the intermediates aren't working enough, at least.
Yeah, I think it's close, but I think the wets are just slightly faster on at the moment.
Yeah, same. I think it's just if you keep it on the racing line, you'll definitely be faster on the intermediates. But
we've got Evil Master in chat as well, Rick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Saying that you've got Karma on backer for all the times he's caught you spinning on stream.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He knows how it works. He knows how it works. The guys in the middle of the pack are running intermediates as well. They seem to be having a good time so far. Even Baza keeps the gap on Spin not that big enough at the moment, being 9 lap further into his intermediate stint. So, but let's go back to the front again as Leo and Napapiri are still going at it in these really wet conditions. There hasn't been a moment of some dry weather. Like, it's continuously raining. It's Spa.
Yeah, the rain hasn't stopped all race, has it?
No, it really did. And Sims actually joined us in chat, which is quite surprising, as he's still racing as well. Oh, you're disconnected. Yeah, you got disconnected. That's unfortunate, mate. That explains why you were running wide that much. Leo and Napapiri now still going at it. Napapiri having a better run now on the straight. He's only 1.5 tenths behind Leo now. Can he make the outbreak? Outbreak? No, not braking. Leo in turn 1 but he will definitely be looking for it again in this next lap, as Jaden seems to be closing in on oh, and Sminotla and Baza actually going at it as well. Both cars on the intermediate. Sminotla having P6 position now, and that loses Baza in the Ferrari 1 position. Jaden seems to be closing in on Napapiri and Leo. Well, they are going at it every lap again. As we have a yellow flag, and it's F7 Arian. Did he got any damage?
I'll just double check now.
Yes, Leo.
No, he's not showing with any damage at the moment.
Oh right, that's lucky for him then.
Yeah.
He was really close to the wall there. Leo still battling it off with Napapari. Leo having a better exit now, and seems to be going for another defensive move here. And he sticks his position. These two are really going for a really good battle here towards the race. Close side by side battles. And it's very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, they're really close to each other now as well. It should be an exciting end. Saying back as 7 laps behind now.
7 laps behind. He's on 7 laps wets, I believe. Oh, and F7R is actually out of the race. And it's the exit of the last corner. And that's end of the race for the Alfa Romeo driver there. And I guess these conditions are really taking victims. The gamble on the intermediates was a big one, as we all know, and I guess it didn't work as they wanted it to be. Now Papari now on the entry of the last corner, 2/10 behind Leo. Can he make the run work this time? And it's a better exit than Leo, but Leo, yeah, he comes back to the racing line. They're still in front, of course. A bit unlucky.
He's got a lot more real rest than Leo as well, so.
And it's a late break again, turn 1, bit of contact still, but and Napapiri goes for the P1 position, and Leo is now in P2. Still close by towards these two drivers though. Leo seems to be having a lot of trouble now on these older wet tires. But it's really good to see that this battle, which was going on and on and on and on, finally made a decision on who was going to take it. Smirnotla in the meantime gets overtaken by Baza on the exit of turn 3. And now Smirnotla back to P7. Jaden doesn't seem to be closing in on the guys ahead of him. But Just and Sprunky are having a battle in the middle of the pack as well. Just on the intermediate tire seems to be having found his pace now. But I can't say for sure if it's gonna work. As we're now switching to the onboard of the Red Bull and Ferrari drivers here. Now Papiri going fastest lap, 28.8, and that's an amazing lap. Baza keeping his line perfect to defend this position, and Bakker retired, and that's the exit of turn 2, and I guess that really is the latest answer on this race.
Well, you definitely got your karma back, Rick.
I definitely got my karma back. yeah, it's for sure. I feel sorry for him though, that he crashed now, but I was having fun on him spinning a lot.
Yes, he's had a really unlucky start to the game, hasn't he? So far, to be fair. But...
He had a really unlucky start, definitely this season, and we could just see him on stream. His teammate just passed him. Oh, and that's the other Red Bull almost going as well. Oh, but he saved it. That's a nice save from Sminotla. That's almost 2 Red Bulls into the wall in half a lap. But he saved it really well and didn't lose a lot of time towards Baza as well. No, but I was saying that actually Sminotla got hold up by the AI of Sims for a moment there.
Napapuri has pulled a 2-second gap on Leo now as well, so he's showing his pace at the end.
This is an amazing pace, isn't it?
Yeah, sets the fastest lap again as well.
On the last lap. Oh, it was already the last lap. I didn't even notice. Then Napapari actually crossed the line, having the win of this race for the Mercedes team here. Leo takes a very, very well-deserved P2. Fought it all the way through the end, but couldn't hold it up anymore. Jaden, actually, quite surprisingly, took P3, seeing a lot of cars who were running up front. Didn't make it anymore. Lucius goes for P4 position, then Benter takes a P5. Baza in Ferrari taking P6. Minotla at P7. He will be very satisfied with that. Sprunky all the way from the back, he gets P8 after he spun out in the battle as well. Just taking P9. Andrew got P10 and Sims all the way at the back with P11. Is it possible you can invite the podium guys to the party?
Yeah, call straight. Give me 2 seconds.
That was a really exciting race for us tonight here, guys. Wow. The guys in front definitely fought it off till the very last end of the race. Well, we are watching the podium sides now with 1 Mercedes, 1 Haas and an Alfa Romeo driver on the highest stands. And let's hope these guys can join us in party as well. Christy saying great job Team Alpine, and yeah, definitely great job having a P5 and a P8 position here. As we look at the last standings at the moment, with Napapiri, Leos and Jaden having the podium. Lucis, yeah, well, just decent points. Only 11 finishes though. That's very, very sad for the drivers. Few penalties here and there, but no serious things.
So I've just sent Leo an invite now. I'm just doing Napapuri's invite.
Yeah, all good. Let's hope these guys can join us in chat. As I go to the Highgate chat.
Yeah, so all 3 drivers are invited now.
Great. Let's hope they join, and then we can get some I definitely want to hear about that battle actually from the guys up front between Leo and Napapari there. So let's hope they can join us. I believe we don't have answers at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
Seems to be going at it in high gear chat. For the moment. So I guess the guys can't make it for the podium interviews, which is quite unfortunate. I would really like to hear about the last few lap battles in front. But then again, nevertheless, we've seen a great show here tonight in high gear. John, really thanks for your co-commentary, mate. I hope you will join us once again.
Yeah, of course I will, mate. Yeah, hopefully I can do a bit better next time.
No, it's the first time, mate. So no worries on that. You did great. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for everybody tuning in tonight to the High Gear Chat live stream, actually. And well, hope to see you all next week again for round 5 already, as the time flies by, in Baku, Azerbaijan, low gear division for the first race of the round. Thanks for tuning in again, and everybody have a great evening.